Hello, what's up, my beautiful people? Hello to everyone out there. I would like to say welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to those who haven't subscribed as yet. If you're here for the first time, a big welcome to you. And I just want to say this video you are going to find very informative. So stay tuned. So, guys, we're at that time of year when recruiting is at its peak season. Teachers are looking for new jobs, schools are looking for new employees. All right, so everyone, it's high now with competition. Now, I just want to share with you what the differences are between the private school and the MOE schools, right? Because there's a vast difference. Okay, and I just want to start by saying that when it comes down to schools, there is nothing that is set in stone. Every single school has their own different benefits. When you get an offer letter, I can say something to you about my private school, but you can get an offer letter in another private school and it is totally different. All right, you just got to look at what your offer is. If it suits you, then you go ahead and you accept it. All right, there's nothing set in stone. There are hundreds of schools in UAE, and each of those schools operate differently. The only way it's going to be the same is if it's a group of one school. All right, if one school has a group, then they will do everything right across the board. All right, so let me get into it now with the MOE. And I must say, guys, I'm speaking from my experience and also from friends. Okay, so this is a real life situation right now. Now, in this current time in 2022, I know that the Ministry of Education has changed a lot. Back in the days, they used to give a lot of benefits, and a lot of persons were eager to work in these schools. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with working with them. All right. So if that's your way to get in, so be it. Come along and work and get your foot in the place. So what they do, let me start out with their salary is they have a set salary now from 16,000 to 21,000. And I'm going to say, guys, that this salary does not include housing. So you have to bear that in mind and prepare yourself to budget for renting. Now I can tell you that housing, when you're searching for a house, you can think of paying anywhere between 3,000 dirhams to 4,000 to 6, sorry. 3 to 6,000 dirhams per month for a studio or a one-bedroom apartment. Also, please bear in mind that this would be an unfurnished apartment. Hence, you would have to get a loan, which it's not hard to get over here. That's a whole nother story about loans and credit cards. And so you'll get that, and so basically you have to come with a little money. If not, I do believe I had a friend that when he got here, the school gave him, because let me tell you something, because even when I was working in a school that gave allowance, what they do, because over here, the housing, they rent, you have to pay your rent in installments, or for the entire year, or 2 or 3 or 4 installments. Now you don't have this lump sum of money, hence your school will give you a loan, and that is deducted from your salary per month. All right, so it's not like you have to worry about where am I going to find this money from, etc., because you definitely would not have that lump sum to be coming in the country with. All right, another thing there, so that's for their salary and housing. For flight is given at the beginning of your contract, so they'll get you in the country, and they will give you one at the end of your tenure, at the end of your contract. So it's not a yearly flight. All right, so that's something that you have to consider. And also, guys, you definitely will be getting medical insurance. You will also get an end of service gratuity. Now, as I speak about flying here, You will not be informed when you're working with government. You will not be informed of where you're gonna place. There are 7 emirates here, 7 emirates, so it's like states or parishes, and you can be placed to work in a school in any one of these places. Most oftentimes, your school is the maximum. Distance to your school is a drive of 45, a commute of 45 minutes. So it's normally less or up to that amount of time. All right. So, take those things into consideration when you are thinking about those jobs. Now, let me go into the private schools now. And right now, guys, there are so many changes happening here. Now we also have another set of schools which are called charter schools. These charter schools actually are called, they are semi-private, semi-government. All right, they were once government and they were once public school, and now they are partly owned by private sector. And but these schools definitely, they operate just like a private school in terms of the benefits that they offer you, and also the salary. And trust me too, their salary is normally better than some private schools. All right, so you have chance when it comes down to charter schools, to be honest with you. Okay, so let me go into the private schools and what they offer. No, the private schools now, why people love about them is that they will give you flights, you'll get your salary, and that is a range. There is nothing that is set in stone. I really can't even give you a salary anywhere from a low of 10,000, especially if you're a Westerner, a low of 10,000 to a high of, say, 16,000. They also provide you with annual flights. So they will take you in the country and you will get yearly flights. No, private school, guys, not all of them does the same. You will have some schools, private schools, that will not give you a full flight. All right, some schools, the difference with flights, some schools will book your flight, some schools will give you an allowance. All right, some will give you the full allowance for your flight, and some will just give you a portion. They might have a set amount of money that their flight allowance is 2,000 or 3,000 dirhams, all right, or 5,000. It varies from school to school. Okay, so you just got to see. Sometimes it is okay to take it because you might just need just a little bit more to put on it and you're perfectly fine. All right, some of them is really meager because us from the Western side, our flights are normally expensive. So you want something that gives you a good flight allowance. All right, so you will get salary, you will definitely get your flight allowance, or you'll get a flight. Definitely get accommodation. So it's either, like in my previous video, it's either school accommodation, or again, you get an allowance. All right, and you go ahead and you find somewhere that is affordable within your budget to rent. Here again, just like the government school, they will give you a loan, and you will use that loan to pay down on the apartment, and then you reimburse them monthly. They'll take it out over a span of 10 months. All right, and I'll share my experience with you, while because I have experience working in both. That's for another video, guys. All right, so another thing, definitely your insurance. You will also get your end of service gratuity, which there's a calculation on that based on school to school. Another benefit in the private school is that for children, now there are 3 different ways that this can go. One is either you get free placement, which is your full tuition is paid. Two, you can get what you would call it, discount. All right, so, and that varies from school to school. You can get discount of 15%, you can get 25%, you can get 50, I think 15 to 50% discount you can get on your child's school fee. Also, you can receive an allowance. I remember that I got an offer at a charter school and they gave me an allowance. They offered me an allowance to pay for my child's school fee. Now you have to take into consideration that when you get this allowance also for school fee, you have everything else that you have to pay, which includes the books, the uniforms. Well, anywhere you take it, you have to buy uniforms, but the books and also whatever amount is left. So if their school fee is say 50,000, and for example, obviously they give you say 21 or 23, you would basically have to fund the remaining 20 something thousand dirhams. And to be honest with you, if you're I think as a teacher, it depends. Your school might not be able to give you um, if you're working at a school that gives you a discount for your child, you are able to pay that monthly in monthly installments. However, if your child is going to a different school from where you work, I definitely can't really say how that goes from based on what I know. You have to come up with the money, so you can either use your credit card or you use get a loan and pay it in full and you pay back that loan. All right. I am not sure if I am working at school X and my child is going at Y. Will Y allow me to pay monthly installments? I am not sure. Maybe they do, because I've seen persons coming in and paying school fees per term, or you can arrange something with the schools though. They're not that hard. So the difference, guys, between both of them is really it's something to weigh. It's something to weigh. It's something to think about. If you are able to manage that, especially you have to think about wholeheartedly if you have a family, if you have dependents, which one is the best one for you. All right. And with the government schools, you're definitely teaching local kids. While you're in the private school, you have a mix of local students and also expat students, so you get a whole international experience. So guys, that is basically what I remember or what I know of what is offering here. So I'm gonna leave also a link in the description below that you can check and to find out more information about what the government school offers. But I basically covered everything. But if you just want some verification, you can click on this link below. All right. And the private schools, and as I said all while, you can always do your research for yourself, because the information is there on Google, in the websites. Anything that you want to know about teaching in UAE, for your own verification, you can also read up. But definitely, it's always good to know from someone or to hear from someone who has the experience, So this is basically personal experience being shared with you. So guys, I will end by saying thank you for watching. And if you have reached thus far in this video and you have not subscribed as yet, please guys, please, I'm begging you, just click that subscription button. All right, click the like button. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is your girlfriend Simone saying, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Until next time, bye.